It's been extremely cold for about a week. The white frost is almost gone this morning. A few icicles here where the rain, snow dripped down off of the rooftop. And as you can see, it's still cool, but it's supposed to warm up. It's going from -18 to +6s, which is quite a drastic change. The great thing about having a cold snap for so long makes it ideal for gathering brush to make any Christmas ornaments with, either swags or different table settings, and actually even your tree, because the cold helps harden the tree off and keeps the needles lasting a little bit longer, and also too, it also aids with the clipping of the branches. So we're going to go out and get a few of those branches, and likely it will be from the balsam fir, and maybe make something with that for you today. So here's the top of a balsam fir tree. We're not going to touch that. We're going to go right down to the bottom. So here you see the bottom of the tree. It's got some snow on it, and the limbs are very close to the ground. Cutting the limbs on the lower tree, it's not going to harm it. Balsam fir are made this way, that once they start out of the ground, if you trim them every year, you'll end up with a perfectly shaped tree, and it will not kill the tree. What happens is it makes the inside of the tree get thicker. The branches start to grow back in rather than outward. So there'll be no harm to the tree. So we're just going to cut a few of these off. So here we have a nice little pile of the lower limbs. And now we're going to take those, and I'll show you how to make a little swag. Hey girl, show everybody your new haircut. Get your parka on. Let's go. You have some longer than the other. And all you're going to do is lay them down in the opposite direction. And it's always nice to have the bigger limbs on the bottom. So you'll find some bigger limbs and put them on the bottom. And what you're going for is a kind of a full effect. It's going to look like some of the area is bare, but when you're all done, it will look quite full. Now there's a choice. You can either do them opposites, like I'm doing now, or you can do them in one direction and have it hang down like a teardrop. So it's getting quite thick here. And that's all up to you, how thick you want it. The thicker it is, of course, the heavier it's going to be. And it's up to you how you want to secure it. You can buy the Christmas baling wire, the little green tubes, which is thinner. But for me, because this is going to be thicker and heavier, I'm probably going to use a type of bale wire, which you would use a heavier gauge. And of course, you're going to have a little bit of leaves that you may want to pick off. I'm just stuffing this under a little bit of hay and trying to get it thick and in a pattern that I like. So, I think this is going to be pretty good because you can fluff it out after. So now what I'm going to do is cut a piece of my baling twine and secure that in the center. So just to show you, here is a piece of that baler twine. And I'm just going to try to get that around the whole branch pile and pass it up through. It may be a little tangled. Just to where that feels like it's right in the center. So you can pull it tight with your hands as you can before you make that first turn to tighten it up. Now a lot of people, like I say, will use different wiring because you're going to need to have that to hang it on the door with. And ordinarily I would use Christmas baling wire where you get lots of extra on it. So you can do that and you're sure that it's not going to fall apart. And this is a little tougher. You can use pliers, but the gloves are doing fine. It's going to turn that down a little bit so the hook is facing the back that I made, the little loop. And then you're sure that that's not in the way. Your ribbon's going to cover it, and it's going to hook securely to your hook on your door and not fall off. You just take these ends, and you can hear that I'm fluffing them out. I may not be able to see all that. And you can see that it's quite covered up in the center and not showing any of the, cut off edges, as you can see. So what I'm going to do now is add some decoration color to it, and then I'll take a picture for you. I find this is one of the easiest crafts to make. And again, there are so many. So I hope you enjoy trying this simple project out.